What is good, guys? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. Today's video is named The Numbers Behind Inzaghi. Of course, we are first in the league. It's nice to see, but there's a reason why we are first in the league. And this video is not about bragging or boasting. Well, maybe a little bit, but it's just to show all the underlying statistics that back up why Inter are number one in the league. So without further ado, let's get into this statistical report. You guys make sure you leave a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll start off with the easiest one, of course, goals and assists. And Inzaghi's Inter is no stranger to this. We know this is what Limone ball is about. It's about attacking, free-flowing, positional, freedom. And once again, this season, Inter are number one in the leagues for goals. 25 goals in total until now, and 20 assists ahead of all the other teams in the league by quite a stretch, actually. The next one is a funny one, and this is actually an aspect, a stat that Inter lead most seasons since Conte was here, really, even under Spalletti, actually. Crosses. Inter this season at the moment have the most crosses in the league, 231. Crossing, inshallah, is back. Well, actually, it never went, as I'm saying. It was there under Spalletti, Kandreva, Perisic, of course, but it remained under Conte, even with the Biraghi, Darmian, Hakimi, and now it continues. And Di Marco has the most crosses in Serie A with 72. So, crossing, inshallah, is here to stay. Next up, switches of play. Inter number one in this stat as well. 59 switches of play in total. The midfielders are doing a great job of this, and of course, who's in the ranking number one for Inter is Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Barella, Mkhitaryan, and of course Bastoni and the likes are contributing like that with those beautiful sprays to the other side of the pitch, and it helps Inter to stretch the play, and we know that's what Inzaghi's football is all about. It's not all just about these longer passes, also the shorter passes. Most through balls, Inter racked up 20 already at the beginning of the season. And Barella is leading the league with the 5 through balls and at the moment, and Hakan and Mkhitaryan both have 4. Now we get to actually a stat that, again, it's been a stat that's been similar for Inter pretty much since Conte's been here. And that is the dribbles. Oh, the amount of complaints I've read on social media about Inter being bottom of the league or one of the worst teams in the league and in Europe when it comes to dribbles. And actually hasn't changed, guys. Yes, we signed, Thuram, we signed Frattesi, we signed, Carlos Augusto. We thought things would change, but no, things haven't really changed. We're second worst in the league in terms of attempted dribbles, 131, just one above Hellas Verona, according to, of course, FBREF here. And in terms of success, 60 successful take-ons and 45.8% success rate. But again, it's just not what Inter's style of play is. Inter's play is not about isolating players 1v1. And how Milan and Napoli do a lot. Moving the ball, moving players, moving positionally, finding gaps within the team, the opposition team, and then that's how Inter score most of their goals. But of course, as we'll see later, there are some stats that show that Inter are becoming a better direct attacking team as well. Another stat that I was happy to see that we're ranked number one in is aerial duel percentage. Inter's boys are putting in the hard work. They have currently a 63% win percentage in aerial duels ahead of Juve, Udinese, Bologna, and Genoa. That's great to see. It's not just about the pretty passing around. It's about putting the hard work in and putting your head where it hurts sometimes. And the Inter's players are doing that. Shows good determination. Now let's get into the individual stats. These were a lot of the team stats. Let's get into some of the individuals where once again Inter are dominating. Of course, we know goal scoring with a top scoring team. Lautaro is top scorer, and it looks like he probably will end up this. I mean, it will really take him having a complete brain fart to not end up as a capocannoniere this season. So at the moment he's on 11 goals, and he also has the highest goals per 90, as you can see, and goal and assist per 90. His partner in crime, Thuram, highest assister in the league, and is averaging an assist at 0.6 per 90, which is fantastic. And he's also himself racked up 4.2 XG. And Hakan, you can see penalty kicks made 3 out of 3. He's matching Oli Giroud for now. It's great to see someone with 100% conversion rate on penalty kicks, but you can see Inter players are in all of the top rankings for all of the individual statistics. Another one where Inter are ranking well individually. Di Marco, as I said, most crosses, but a lot of those crosses have ended up being shot creating actions. You can see second most creating Shot creating actions per 90 was 6.07, almost matching, you know, a real winger like Politano, who's on 6.2. And actually, when comparing DiMarco to other pairings in the league, DiMarco and Dumfries are actually the most effective wing-back pairing in the league. They have 7 assists between them, and they're even ahead of, as you can see, the stat from Sky Sport Italia, ahead of proper wingers like Felipe Anderson, Zaccagni, Leao. So that's really, really impressive. And now if we move actually to the defenders as well, or the defense, of course, the guy that we signed to replace Onana in the summer, Jan Sommer, he's shining as well. He has the most clean sheets at the moment with 7, and according to FBREF, he has the best save percentage too, with 84% save percentage. Onana who? Running stats. So this is an interesting stat because under Conte, this was one of the stats where we ranked really, really high. At the moment, as you can see on the screen, Inter are ranked 8th at the moment for average kilometers covered. They're averaging around 110 kilometers per game. This is a stat that, as I said, has been slowly decreasing since Conte left, really. Some people see this as a bad thing. And of course, we know some of the reasons: Conte's style of play and his high demands physically. And of course, Antonio Pinto's the legendary fitness trainer who was under Conte isn't here anymore. But at the same time, to me, I don't think you don't have to be that good at running. You see Lazio, they're not even doing that well this season, and they're number 1 by quite a distance, 116 kilometers. And Monza, Empoli, you know, not the best team in the league, are they? So to me, actually, it shows that Inter are a more efficient team now, that Inter are running better, more smarter, and able to pick their moment when they want to press and when they want to sit back and counter. And you know, you can see there where Juve are ranked and the Milan are ranked even lower. You can't even see them on that picture there. And then on an individual level, no more Brozovic. This is again a stat where Brozovic was dominating for many, many years. It always used to be Brozovic and Milinkovic-Savic every time I used to check, pretty much every season. And you must have also seen Barella and some other guys in there. But now, no more inter-representation there. Of course, this is also due to Inzaghi's kind of, you know, subs out players a lot around the 70th minute or so they don't actually complete 90 minutes fully. So no inter-representation, but shouts out to Bobby Gaggs at number 8. And if you want to find an Inter player in this list, this is on the official Lega Serie A website, you have to go all the way down to number 37 to find Mr. Evergreen, Henrik Mkhitaryan. Number 37, as I said. Next, I'm going to use Opta Analyst. That's a great website from Opta to wrap up the main statistics in Serie A. And the first one we're looking at is the team sequence style. What type of football are Inter playing this season? And as you can see from the chart comparison here, which compares attack speed next to passes per sequence, you can see Inter are one of the most intricate and pass-based teams in the league in general, right next to Napoli and surprisingly Monza as well. Shouts out to Palladino. But at the same time, like we've been expecting and we've been talking about it all summer, you know, with the addition of more athletic players this season, Inter are now the best team till now in direct attacks, as you can see on the screen. 24 direct attacks, and Opta define a direct attack as the number of open play sequences that start just inside the team's own half and has at least 50% of movement towards the opposition's goal and ends in a shot or a touch in the opposition box. And, you know, we've seen this with Inter, especially with Marcus Thuram, be able to be much more direct in transition. And Inter, in terms of pressing as well, have become a better pressing team until now, having the 4th lowest passes allowed per defensive action, 11.5 PPDA, which means Inter are one of the highest pressing teams in the league at the moment. And from these pressing action, Inter have the most goal-ending turnovers. So 4 goals that have ended up from these high turnovers, which means Inter's pressing has been aggressive and effective. And now let's finish up with a comparison to previous seasons at this same point after 10 games. And you can see here on the screen, 7 points above where we were at this stage last season. So fantastic start to the season. And it's also plus 4 points on Inzaghi's first season and even plus 4 points on Conte's Scudetto winning season. In terms of goal scoring, we're close. We're close to the Scudetto winning season, just 1 goal behind and 1 goal behind Inzaghi's first season, 7 goals ahead of last season. but the most important stat is the goals against. And of course, Inter have the best defense in the league this season until now, and they've only conceded 5 goals in 10 games. That is absolutely fantastic, and that is the best record Inter have had since the 2010-11 season. And you know, most of the time in Serie A, the best defense usually, not always, wins the league. So that was it, guys, from me. That was the numbers behind Inzaghi's Inter. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down in the comments down below. Again, as I'm saying, this is not a bragging video, and this is not, I hope people don't think, oh, you jinxed us after this video. This is just showing what we have done until now at this early stage of the competition. 10 games is still very, very early. Up until game week 18, match day 18, I'm not really ready to make any type of conclusions, but the early signs, as you can see, are very, very positive on a team level and on an individual level. But of course, still 1 or 2 improvements to be made yet. You know, we've got Barella that's still not in his best form yet. We still have Frattesi to integrate. We still have guys coming back from injuries like Arnautovic or Quadrado. So let's see what Inzaghi can really truly cook with this team at its full potential. As I said, you guys let me know in the comments down below, which stat did you find most impressive? Which stat were you disappointed by? Did the running stats concern you? Let me know in the comments down below. See you in the next one. Ciao ragazzi, always Forza Inter.